is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the greatest host, Kyle Masters, as always. Self-proclaimed greatest host, I will agree on that. And of course, as you just heard, I am here with my co-host, Corporate Cappy.
Unicorns up.
Unicorns up for New Day.
For Seth Rollins.
And for Seth Rollins. Hopefully he gets better soon, as New Day supports the Seth Rollins injury as well. Survivor Series around the corner. Holy shit, it's almost the end of the year. Getting down to one of the 4 major pay-per-views of the year, and so far it's been alright. I mean, we're just hearing yesterday that, or is it the other day, they put on WWE.com that they actually are going to have the traditional Survivor Series match, because for a while we thought they weren't going to do it, and I'm like, it's Survivor Series.
Yeah, it's the whole point of the whole pay-per-view.
How do you not have the traditional Survivor Series match?
It'd be like having the Royal Rumble without the Royal Rumble match.
Exactly, or having an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view without the Elimination Chamber.
You really only have one match in it, but...
Oh my god, terrible. The entire pay-per-view should be on the match. But anyways, jump right into the card so far. It's basically going to be the final card. Usually pay-per-views only have 7 matches, and there's only 7 matches listed. So we're going to say that this is the final card. I doubt anything special is going to happen on SmackDown, because SmackDown's shit. So
it'll probably just be like a filler, if anything.
It'd be like main event spread out into 2 hours. So it's basically what SmackDown is. But jumping into it, first one on the list here, we got Brothers of Destruction against the Wyatts.
Wow.
In the SmackDown spoiler, it was released that it was going to be Bray and Braun Strowman. So he chooses Braun Strowman out of the other two, which is an interesting choice. I mean,
I guess because he's never lost yet, and he's been like this powerhouse since he came in.
Powerhouse. Like he's basically like Great Khali. All he does is like clothesline people. He doesn't really have a moveset.
I haven't seen him actually use a wrestling move.
But I guess you can't really have a guy with a moveset when you have Undertaker and Kane, who are like old as dirt and basically going to do the same moves they've been doing for years. You can't have like an actual wrestling match when you have those guys in. But so far, it's probably going to be a good match.
This has been a really good feud. I really like it.
Yeah. I think they could have done better.
Yeah. Like,
building
I think
up this feud.
The corny lightning strike thing was pretty bad, but...
Yeah, that was really bad. If anyone's seen it, when Bray Wyatt produced the lighting, that was the worst. That's worse than what they used to do. How is it worse than what it used to be? I mean, you with the technology you have now, that was the corniest lightning I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was worse than like '90s kid show.
It was computerized. The people in the arena didn't even see it. That's what the worst part is. What the hell? Like, before they used to have the lightning right in the arena. They used to run a cable down and produce like the lightning pyro.
I don't understand why they couldn't do that.
I don't know, but I think they could have done a little bit better at building this feud up. I mean, you had Undertaker and Kane taken by the Wyatts, and then he just had them disappeared for weeks. They could have come back easily and built this feud a little bit more. Yeah. But with that last episode of Raw and the promo they did, they made up for it.
I really like the Bray Wyatt promos that he's done.
Yeah,
with the eulogy, and then
he's definitely the new Phase of Fear. Whether people like it or not, when Undertaker and Kane are gone, he's going to be the guy. He's just too good at it. And it's nuts.
Yeah, so it's a newer version of the Face of Fear. You know what I mean? You can't just have another Undertaker and Kane come out. He has to be his own original character. Yeah,
and it's good. I like the character they've done with him and the build around it. It's really good, and it's going to be awesome when Undertaker and Kane are gone. We're still going to have that Face of Fear left on the roster. Yep. I love the promo that Undertaker and Kane did on Raw. It's basically classic cool. Brothers of Destruction right there. Both talking in that like really deep, devilish voice, and just saying stuff like
how they're gonna bring him to hell. They have a special place in hell for Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, and it's gonna be their internal damnation, as Undertaker used to say back in the Attitude Era, which is awesome. And man, Undertaker, he's looking good. Yeah, holy crap! He's been in the best shape he's been in a long.
This looks like '99 Taker over again.
Exactly, man. He's in awesome shape, and I really love that this is like what his 4th match? No. His 3rd match of the year. Yeah. He had one at WrestleMania. Then he had one this is his 4th match of the year. Holy crap, he's wrestled a lot this year. I know, and everyone's saying like this is his go home tour. Like at WrestleMania this year is gonna be his last match ever, and he's just doing all this to be his last run. Yeah. And which is understandable, and I think everyone could respect that.
Well, it is 25 years. That's a good milestone.
That's nuts. 25 years, man. Yeah. That's something hasn't been done in a while, but
That was a really good dark promo that they did. It was really well done.
Yeah. With the druids attacking, and they all had the sheet masks.
Crazy.
This is really well done. I mean, for a lack of build up in the previous weeks, what they did on Monday Night Raw was really good.
For 2 weeks worth of
for 2 weeks of basically this is crazy. So prediction, I'm saying Brothers of Destruction are going to come out on top. I don't see the Wyatts winning unless Undertaker and Kane are just gonna play the.
Putting over the new talent.
Putting over new talent. Sorry, I don't know why.
But I don't know. I don't know if Harper and Rowan are going to be banned from ringside because
this is true. They haven't announced that yet. It wasn't anywhere in the spoiler that they were banned from ringside. So maybe they're going to have a part in the match. Maybe while Braun Strowman and Wyatt are down, they're going to attack Kane and the Undertaker. So who knows?
See, I could have thought that. When this feud first started, I thought that this was going to be the Survivor Series match.
Yeah, everyone did. Everyone thought it was going to be, okay, Team Wyatt against Team Taker. Who's Undertaker and Kane going to go out and take for their team? Yeah. And who are the Wyatts going to... Or is it just going to be all 4 Wyatts and they take, one more person?
Or like a 4-on-4 Survivor
Or a 4-on-4, yeah, that could have been.
But then again, it was just kind of like, well, who do Taker and Kane pick? Like Sting?
Yeah, Big Show.
Big Show.
Big Show's not doing anything. Mark Henry.
Oh, God. What a foursome that would be.
Oh, man, that'd be the slowest match in history.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this match, but hopefully Braun Strowman does something decent that isn't boring like he usually does. Yeah,
hopefully you see something new out of Strowman. At least a lot of superstars like to pull shit out at pay-per-views that we haven't seen we don't see on Raw or SmackDown. So
I'm glad Bray Wyatt's in the match because I didn't think that he was going to be one of the 2 that would be in the match. So.
Yeah, you could kind of see he could have been one of those. He could have been sitting in his chair.
Yeah.
Like the entire match and had 2 other people like Eric Rowan and Luke Harper face the Brothers of Destruction, but this makes better sense that Bray Wyatt is in the match.
I mean, the only critique I would make would replace Strowman with Luke Harper, but I mean, obviously they want Strowman in there because he hasn't lost yet, so it makes
Luke
sense.
Harper is the better wrestler out of
Luke Harper is the second best wrestler to Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. But I'm guessing we're both agree that Brothers of Destruction are going to come out on top on that match, so that's...
Who knows what No Cell Phil would pick? Probably pick, like, I don't know, DQ, I don't know.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt's win by DQ, like Kane's going to use a chair or something. That's not going to happen.
No,
maybe Undertaker. I can see Undertaker. He's been low blowing Brock Lesnar all year, so he could low blow Bray Wyatt.
Phil would probably pick Sister Abigail as the
Sister
winner.
Abigail wins the match. The chair just appears in the match and pins someone.
There you go.
But moving on, we have a second match here. We got Ziggler against Tyler Breeze. I heard you're not fond of this match. I actually think it has potential to be a good match. It's just in the wrong place.
Yeah.
This match should probably be saved for WrestleMania and have a better build-up because they haven't even built up this match. They've been doing their own thing the last couple of weeks. Like, they're not even like feuding with each other. How do you have a match and you haven't been building up this match?
Tyler Breeze lost already on his second match. He lost to Dean Ambrose in the
especially the 2 types of characters. They're two pretty boys. I mean, I was discussing this with someone the other day, and they think that they agree with me that this match should have been saved for WrestleMania, and it should be a hair versus hair match. Ooh. Because they're 2 pretty boys and they're all worried about their looks. One of them should get their head shaved.
I don't know. I think that would kill the other's character though.
But you could do it to someone. You could probably do it to Tyler Breeze and like rechange his character because it doesn't look like it's growing on the audience at all. And you already have Dolph Ziggler. It's been the pretty boy for years, and he's established pretty boy.
See, that's where my problem is that I feel like Tyler Breeze is like a wannabe Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah,
I mean, with his character, the way he acts, it was like how Ziggler acted back in the day when he was a heel.
This is true. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Breeze has done a lot to get to this point. I watched him on Breaking Ground and everything and going through NXT, but I'm just not a fan of the character, and I don't like the whole selfie thing, and I think it's kind of boring, and I don't like the pairing with Summer Rae.
I think Summer Rae is a good manager for her. She's not doing anything else. I mean, they had to split her away from the Ziggler thing. I guess I just don't like her in general.
They could have put her with like anybody. I wouldn't have liked it, but I don't know. I maybe this match will exceed my expectations, but I mean, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Ziggler, but I'm just not a big fan of Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze's finisher is horrendous too. I heard that the glamour shot is really freaking bad. Ziggler has a way better moveset than Tyler Breeze.
Ziggler is one of the best wrestlers in the company.
This is just, I guess, something to fill in. They have nowhere to put Ziggler. But why wouldn't... if they're going to have this traditional Survivor Series match, I think Ziggler should be in that. I do not think he should be facing Tyler Breeze. Or maybe these two should be in it.
Yeah. Maybe they still will be. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe they'll scrap it and put him into the match. We'll see.
I mean... much I don't like to say it, Breeze is probably winning. Let's be real here. Obviously, Ziggler's going to put him over.
Yep, this is true. So, I had Ziggler winning, but then I also see that happening as well.
I mean, I'd rather Ziggler win, but
Breeze is up in the main roster now, and he's got to get put over, so maybe it'll be his first win at the pay-per-view, and it's against Dolph Ziggler instead of a big pay-per-view like Survivor Series. So, yeah, that's a good prediction.
Yeah.
So, again, this is really bad, and I think WWE did a really terrible job at putting this thing together, too rushed, and they could have built it even more. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll end it after this and rebuild it at WrestleMania. So we'll see.
Although I am happy that the Ziggler-Rusev thing is over with.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
horrific.
That was also very, very, very awkward. Just because of the real life stuff with Lana and
Everyone
Rusev.
knew that Rusev and Lana were dating.
And then just seeing her like make out with Dolph Ziggler every other week is just like, what the hell? And then you have Rusev and Summer Rae. Like
it didn't make sense.
It didn't fit.
No.
It didn't make sense whatsoever.
So I'm glad that ended.
So yeah, we'll have to see with that match in the future.
Yeah.
Next match we got here, we got Paige against Charlotte for the Divas title.
Man.
This has been really built up awesomely. This is just, that's not even a word, but that's how great this match is going to be and how much anticipation for this match I have. It's nuts, okay? It's crazy.
Oh, that's your opinion.
My opinion. They've done a great job building up this match. Why, are you upset because your girl Sasha Banks is in it? Is that why? Are you sour?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be sour!
I'll try not to. I'll put my unicorn up. But no, like, I don't have a problem with this match. I just think the ending of Raw this week was completely horrendous with the way that they ended it with that contract signing. It wasn't really much Paige. It was Charlotte. Like, she just looked like she forgot her lines at one point.
Yeah, she did. I read online she did forget her lines.
It looked really, like, just uncomfortable. Like, she didn't know what she was talking about. She wasn't prepared. It was just very poorly done on Charlotte's part. Yeah. And I think they gave her that spot to try and put her that much more over. But I think it ended up backfiring on her.
That was actually, there's another thing to this. This was very, very controversial. When they brought up the death of Charlotte's brother, apparently they didn't even contact Ric Flair that they were going to do that.
Oh.
And which is crazy. Ric Flair was very shocked that they did that, and basically he agrees with Charlotte that she didn't even tell him because Charlotte knew, but Ric Flair's like, it's good. She just has to follow what WWE wants if she wants her career to keep going.
Yeah.
She just has to,
Did Flair
take
say
one for the team.
Did Flair say he was pissed off about the whole thing?
He said he was upset that he wasn't told. He said he would have agreed with it, and if it was best for Charlotte's build up and for her career, he would have went along with it. But he's just upset that WWE didn't go to them and say, "Look,
I'm shocked that they did, of Ric Flair, they did not tell him about that."
It's true. I mean, they must have sat Paige and Charlotte back and said, okay, you're gonna say this, Paige.
Yeah.
Charlotte, are you okay if we build this to make the feud look even like personal?
I bet Paige was probably even uncomfortable to say something like that too.
Oh, for sure.
They're actually friends, so I'm sure it was hard for her.
To bring up something like something real to happen, like Charlotte's brother's death. And it's weird how WWE didn't go to Ric Flair, like one of their all-time greatest wrestlers of all time, and say, yo, by the way, we're going to mention, your son's death in a feud to make Charlotte and Paige's feud look more personal. Yeah. I mean, you should have gone to him and done that. But besides that, I think this match is going to be really, really good. There's now it's more heated and it's more personal. It should be a really good match. But yeah, you are right. They did a really bad job. If you're going to make the Divas contract signing the main event of Raw and have a really good Divas Revolution, you need to make that way better and take more time into it because it looked like they were very awkward out there. Maybe it was that. Maybe it was the fact that they were thinking about the brother line and they just completely forgot about everything else. I mean, it's really personal. It's death.
You never know. Maybe when Paige dropped that line, Charlotte was kind of like, whoa, didn't really know how to handle her emotions with that whole thing. So who knows? But yeah, as for the match, who do you have winning? I
have obviously going to pick my girl Paige winning and becoming the new Divas champion. I don't know how long she's going to hold the title for, but I really do think Paige is going to win the title, and they're going to feud more. This is not going to be the end of the feud, but this is going to be building up into Charlotte winning back the title and having more revenge on Paige. And they need to have the title on Paige to make her look like a strong heel champion if they're going to make her heel.
See, I'm torn on this match. I could definitely see Paige winning, but I'm going to go the opposite of what you're saying and say that Charlotte retains, but they continue to feud for a month or two, and maybe Paige will win it at another pay-per-view.
I honestly think something's going to happen here because there's been heat on social media. It has nothing to do with this match, but with Sasha Banks, your girl, how when they did their UK on Raw the other week, and the whole crowd was yelling, "We want Sasha." Sasha Banks took the Tumblr and wrote in, "The crowd saying we want Sasha, but Vince is saying no."
Yeah, she's been very frustrated on Twitter about her lack of TV time. The whole Team Bad has not got any TV time. Basically,
I can understand because half the Team Bad is terrible except for Sasha Banks. Tamina never wrestles. She's just there to look like the strong bodyguard. Naomi, she has some skill.
Naomi has potential to be a decent wrestler.
Yeah.
You never give her good enough rap, but I mean, she's okay.
Yeah.
But like, she's not
wrong faction. She needs to be repackaged.
Yeah,
into something else.
Amazing thing.
Oh my god, I hate that theme song. I can't stand it. Why can't they just use Sasha Banks' theme song? It's way better. It's 10 times better than that freaking stupid, annoying theme song.
Because Naomi's supposed to be the leader of Team Bad, so she's got to have her
They need to do it. That's what they need to do with that. They need to have a feud within the faction to see who's the leader. And it's got to be Sasha Banks against Naomi.
Yeah.
And then they need to feud and then have Sasha Banks come out on top and then get put into the Divas title picture, and I think they're building up for an epic WrestleMania match. I have this strong feeling
that's
it's going
what
to be a big
I'm saying
match.
Is that I'm not worried about Sasha not getting her chance now because I think she's going to win the title at WrestleMania. That's what I'm thinking.
That's going to be nuts.
I'm thinking it's going to be like a fatal 4-way or something something crazy. Like
I mean, this WrestleMania is going to be huge. This is going to be the attendance record breaking, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. So like they're building this WrestleMania to be huge because everything's bigger in Texas, so they're going to need to make it big.
Who knows if Bayley probably won't be up by then. They'll probably bring her up after WrestleMania.
The Raw after WrestleMania for sure.
So she probably won't be in that match. Yeah. But I could definitely see it. The Divas they got to do something big, and I hope they're going in the right direction for something.
I mean, you had bigger. Even since before this, even when the start of the Divas Revolution happened, they've been actually not bad. Like it's been great. It's a hell of a lot better than it used to be in the last couple of years.
Oh my god, when Kelly was the champion.
I can't even talk about that. How terrible the Divas were in recent years. Like AJ, we need AJ Lee back as much as
she was the only bright spot of that whole 3-year run.
She's a great wrestler. She's awesome. She brings so much to the Divas division.
There was no one else at that time though. She was basically the winner by default.
Yeah, she's just jobbing everybody. It was terrible. And she held the title that many days because of it. And I fucking hate how they made Nikki Bella passed that record, man. I hate her. I can't stand Nikki Bella. It's the only way she's up here right now is because of John Cena. If she wasn't dating John Cena, she wouldn't be up this high.
I'll give her props that she has improved in the ring, but she's still not anywhere near what these other divas are. The ones that have come up through the NXT ranks.
Oh no, for sure.
Becky, Sasha, Charlotte, not even close. Mm-hmm. The Bellas too, Brie and Alicia Fox, they're terrible too.
Oh my god,
the whole team.
Alicia Fox is just a cheerleader. She's not even a wrestler. She just sits there and copies everything that Bella does. She doesn't do fuck all.
Swings around her coat.
Just swings around her coat, and we're like, I get to wear a Bella hat, yay!
But as for the match, I'm gonna pick Charlotte.
I'm gonna pick Paige. It's gonna be a good match.
I definitely see it going longer than a one pay-per-view feud.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yep.
Moving on to the semifinals of the WWE title tournament, we have Dean Ambrose against Kevin Owens, and on the other side we have Roman Reigns against your returning boy Alberto Del Rio. Holy crap. So you have the United States champion on one side facing Roman Reigns.
Hang on. It's the Mex-American
champion, my bad. On one side facing Roman Reigns, and then you have Kevin Owens, the prize-fighting Intercontinental champion, facing Dean Ambrose. I don't even know what to say about the semifinal. WWE can go two ways here. They're building it up to make it seem... It almost looks like they're building it up to make it seem like, okay, we all know it's going to be Roman Reigns. We all know it's going to be Dean Ambrose. They had that little thing in the ring on Monday Night Raw. And they could go that route. Or
one of them could get screwed over.
I highly, highly think there's a swerve in the plot here that we're not seeing. Something's going to fucking happen. I think and it goes to what you think at how either Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose is going to turn heel. One of them is going to screw each other in their semifinal match. And it's going to be well, if we go to my prediction, I think Roman Reigns is going to go heel, and he's going to screw over Dean Ambrose, and it's going to be Kevin Owens against Roman Reigns.
It all depends on those semifinal matchups. I think we'll have a better picture of what's going to happen after we find out who the final match is. Because, I mean, I don't see, as much as I love Del Rio, I don't see Roman Reigns losing to him. So, I think Roman Reigns is winning that match and going to the finals at least. And then, who knows, and without the whole heel face controversy thing, I think it's Owens and Reigns in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
But, who knows if somebody gets screwed over, and that's the thing, for that last week, I have been going back and forth with saying it's going to be Ambrose, it's going to be Reigns turning heel, it's going to be Ambrose. And, I've been reading up on this for, a whole week, and I just cannot decide who's actually going to turn heel, because I've seen both sides of the argument that make good arguments for both of them being heel.
Yeah, I see that too, but if it's Reigns and Ambrose in the finals, there's no cash-in. Sheamus is not cashing in. If it's ADR or Owens in the finals, I see a cash-in, and I think Sheamus is actually going to win the title if he does cash in, and he's going to be the new authority poster boy sort of thing, and he's going to be the guy until Seth Rollins comes back. As much as I hate Sheamus and hate to see him champion, it just makes sense. They've been keeping him off TV for a while now, and this is weird because if you remember back when Randy Orton cashed in, they were keeping him off TV for a while before he cashed in at SummerSlam and won the title off Bryan. So it almost looks like they're doing the same exact thing with Sheamus.
See, this is I'm really looking forward to this match just to see who they turn heel.
Exactly.
Or what happened. This is one of the matches I've been looking forward to for a long. This is one of the most highly built up matches I've been waiting for.
You know it's crazy when people are looking forward to it to see who's turning heel and not who's going to be champion.
Yeah.
They just want to see, is it going to be Reigns or is it going to be Ambrose that turns heel? Because both guys for the last year had WWE talking about turning heel. They weren't even sure who to turn heel.
Both of them can make sense. That's the thing. Both of them, there's been strong arguments for both of them, and I can definitely see Reigns turning heel because of the whole Triple H teasing thing on Raw, where he said, you can be my guy, and Roman Reigns said basically, no, I'm going to earn it. And then I could definitely see Ambrose doing it because, he's the lunatic, and you never know what he's going to do, right?
He's nuts. You never know if he's going to turn heel, he's going to join the authority, or is he going to stay face, or you never know what he's going to do. He's just unpredictable.
It's basically who they think, what face is going to be able to carry the company with everyone gone right now.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Who's going to be able to be the bigger draw as a face? Because we know they both could probably do it as a heel. Mm-hmm. But I think it would hurt Roman Reigns more to be healed due to the fact that he's, this era's John Cena.
Yeah, he's basically the new John Cena, and John Cena never turned heel, so maybe they're like, okay, we got to keep Roman Reigns this way. We're never going to turn him heel. But then I also think it's too predictable. People are always like, yeah, it's okay. It's going to be Ambrose. It's going to be Ambrose and Reigns in the finals, and Ambrose is going to go heel. It's too. I think it's too predictable. I think WWE is going to swerve the shit out of us with this pay-per-view.
Probably.
Just because they need more ratings. Now they have almost all their top guys off TV. They're going to need something to keep people watching.
I just really don't want Sheamus as champion.
I know. As much as I hate saying it, it makes me sick saying Sheamus is champion.
It's just a good prediction, though.
It's a slight fit.
I'm hoping that Sheamus is a failed cash-in. Because we haven't seen one of those in a couple years. So
no, we haven't. Maybe it will even be
I was hoping that Sheamus would be the failed cash-in.
Maybe Reigns wins the title and Sheamus cashes in then and then loses. And they just make Roman Reigns look stronger. Maybe the crowd will maybe be on his side, but I really think Reigns is going to get booed to shit. Because every time he gets so close to the title, it almost seems like he gets booed even more.
Yeah.
So
I want to just ask something. What's Brock Lesnar's situation?
That's true. This is what everyone thought. As soon as Seth Rollins got injured, people were like, okay, they're going to have to bring Brock Lesnar back early now, and he's going to be the champion. According to reports, he's scheduled for a live event in December. It was the beginning of December, and that's supposed to be his return, and they're supposed to hype it. This is after Survivor Series, leading into TLC, they're going to be hyping the return of Brock Lesnar at a live event. So it's weird. I don't know. Maybe they could even bring it. Everything changes every day in WWE now that Seth Rollins is gone. They could even bring Brock Lesnar back to to screw over Roman Reigns or something. I don't know.
I can't believe he was never even brought into the picture.
Yeah, it's true. I just had like a little side vision in my head just now. I can see like Roman Reigns winning the title, Brock Lesnar coming out, F5ing him in the middle of the ring, Sheamus trying to cash in, but doesn't. Brock Lesnar freaking F5 Sheamus before you could cash in, and it just starts a feud with Reigns and Lesnar going into TLC in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And then by then, Ambrose will probably win the Royal Rumble because that's what everyone's pretty much thinking now is Ambrose is going to win the Royal Rumble.
Well, like you said before, like a long time ago, that you were hoping that it was going to be a triple threat between the Shield.
Now it's not going to happen.
Obviously, because Seth Rollins won't be there, so the whole Seth Rollins injury has really just had to change like a whole year's worth of planning and had to like make them change everything on the spot.
I wouldn't count the Shield thing or WrestleMania out yet. He could come back from injury sooner than expected, just like John Cena has in the past. Just like former wrestlers have come back early in the past. I do remember that Triple H's knee injury. He did come back at SummerSlam earlier than expected. He wasn't supposed to come back until Survivor Series that year. I remember them talking about that, and then he ended up coming back at SummerSlam. They're like, "Fuck, what do we do? What we got? We got to put him in a match." And then they quickly scrambled up King Booker, and he faced Booker T.
The thing is that 4 months for a torn ACL, that's...
Yeah, I know, you're cutting it close.
Yeah, like, he could have a career-threatening injury if he rushed that back.
Yeah. That's about 5... Well, it's almost 5 months, because it's the beginning of April, right? That's about 5 months from now?
December, January, April.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
5. 4 or 5 months.
Who knows? I mean, WWE's got, like, the best doctors in the world, so we never know. Yeah. But they probably will take it safe, because they've been taking it safe with a lot of things, like Daniel Bryan. We haven't seen Daniel Bryan in a while, which I'm glad, because they need to keep him off TV, because they need everything to heal, and his concussion tests and all that need to be perfect, so...
And it sucks right now, too, with Orton and Cena being out, too. Then it's kind of like, you don't really have, like, these top faces going right now.
So, yeah, they'll have to... It's good that they're using a lot of mid-card talent more now and building them up and using storylines to make everything more appealing now that those top guys are gone.
Because I could definitely see fucking John Cena being the champion if he was here right now, and I would probably want to
No, he's off doing something that's private. No one actually knows what he's doing anymore.
He's doing some kind of TV show or something.
I've heard literally nothing about where John Cena is right now.
I mean, I really don't care. I hope he stays off for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I've literally not really noticed that John Cena's been off TV. Like when I've been watching Raw, and there's nothing in the back of my head going, "Oh yeah, John Cena's not going to be here," because he's not. I just completely forgot that John Cena's there. Like,
yeah, Del Rio buried him. Hopefully
I think it's because he's slowly slipping out of the picture of WWE. Like WWE has all these guys now that John Cena can easily be forgotten, sort of in a way. Like he could be slowly pushed out of the picture. And like when he's been having the mid-card title all year, and that's good. That's what he needs to do, to slowly slip out of the picture. Just stay with the mid-card title, and over the next couple of years, just kind of fade out into the background and let all the new talent take over. Because you're not going to be here forever, John Cena. And as much as you're Super Cena, you won't be here forever.
But it is John Cena. They're definitely going to give him some kind of major title run again. You just know they will.
Yeah, they got to make him the great champion. I mean, they can't associate anything with Hulk Hogan anymore. So
yeah, but I really don't know what's gonna happen with this.
You can't even make a prediction. I mean, I sort of made a prediction how I think it's gonna play out: Reigns versus Owens, and Owens wins the title, and then Sheamus catches it on him, and he becomes the Authority's new poster boy.
I'll probably have a different prediction after the semifinals are over. It just depends on what
everyone's going to have that same prediction.
So right now I'll say Reigns and Owens in the finals, but that definitely could change, and I could see it changing.
Or maybe it'll be ADR in the finals, and he'll win the title.
Oh my god. Only one can dream, but I'm not going to dream that high.
No, that's a little bit unlikely. It's like the 1% in a voting of what's going to happen.
That's like Phil taking R-Truth for the Money in the Bank contract.
That was the worst pick of all time.
You heard it right here, Phil.
Other than that, they are going to have a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match, which I'm thinking is probably going to be all the people that lost in the tournament. There's going to be split up into teams.
That makes sense, yeah.
I kind of see this being a pre-show match. As much as sad as that sounds, because
it's pretty sad that
Survivor
the Survivor Series match is going to be like
it could be a pre-show match.
Together match.
Yeah, just to put no build up, no feud or anything.
Can you imagine the Royal Rumble being like a joke match?
Yeah, just like nothing. Remember, used to do back in the day. They used to have matches for your number in the Royal Rumble. Like they used to or they used to draw numbers for the Royal Rumble. Why don't they do that anymore? Like they just the Royal Rumble just happens. Like, all right, there's Royal Rumble. Everyone can. It's all randomized. You don't know where you're gonna be.
Nobody gets to see anything that happens. None of the lottery balls or anything.
Oh, they need to bring that back.
When Eddie Guerrero stole Ric Flair's number and ran around.
Yep. Or Chris Jericho used to be number 2 for 2 years in a row. God. Oh man.
But I don't even know who could be in this. So it's probably going to be like what Ryback, Ziggler, and either the Usos or the Dudley Boys with somebody versus like New Day and
it's
Wade Barrett,
something
Sheamus
like
or something like that.
I can't even tell what the hell they're going to do with this match, but I just have a strong feeling it's going to be in the pre-show. I don't know why, but
or pre-show quality.
It's just terrible. If it's in the pre-show, I'm going to be like, wow, W, you fucked up. This is like this is the match you're supposed to have at Survivor Series. It's supposed to be the main event. It's supposed to main event WrestleMania. Like I don't or WrestleMania Survivor Series. I don't get it.
And going off the one last year, which was basically Team Authority versus Team Cena.
Yeah, that was the main event. It was traditional Survivor Series match. And
it's just not hyped up at all. Like that's why I was thinking it was going to be the Undertaker and the Wyatt. That would have made sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going on with that match.
Yeah, fucked up WWE. Yeah, fucked up.
Fucked up bad on that Survivor Series match.
But that's basically our our predictions for Survivor Series. Should be a good card. So now we're gonna go into some off topics here. We'll start off with Billy Gunn, the ass man. Really made an ass of himself. No pun intended. He got fired. Freaking fired.
Oh, this was hilarious when I read this.
He tested positive for testosterone, like having way more than the legal limit in levels of testosterone in a weightlifting competition, which WWE didn't even know he was doing. He was just doing it by himself. But then he went and took a shit ton of testosterone and got disqualified from that competition. And WWE found out and said, okay, yeah, get the hell out of here.
I can't not laugh at this. This is just hysterical.
What are you doing, Billy Gunn?
Why would you not tell WWE that you're in a weightlifting competition?
Like, yeah, just by the way, like, I'm trying to get into better shape here.
Like, do you not think they're gonna find out? Like,
and you got disqualified for taking testosterone. Your levels were way over the legal limit. Like, what is wrong with you?
Like, I don't know.
He is an ass man. Then, literally.
I guess there'll be no more DX segments with his ass in
Billy Gunn. You're just gonna have Road Dogg and X-Pac, like, or Sean Waltman. Sorry, I don't know. Billy Gunn screwed up big time there with the recent like firings of legends and stuff. You screwed up, man. Like,
and he was doing a pretty big roll down in the development.
You should know that he's really anal about shit like this.
Yeah. Like, I've been watching The Breaking Ground, and he's been, like, one of the main people making the choices down there. He's on the panel with, like, I think it's Jason Albert. Yeah, well, he was on there with Jason Albert, William Regal, Norman Smiley, and some other people. But, like, Norman Smiley from WCW. Yeah. That's old school right there.
That's nuts.
But, yeah, Billy Gunn was another one of those, and, yeah, and I don't know how they're going to get him out of the show now, because they've already taped the show.
How are you gonna even, like... I kind of feel like WWE's gonna, like, forgive and forget this situation. It's not like Hulk Hogan's type of situation. This is just like, yeah, we'll give you a slap on the wrist. Or like, just, you know...
It seems like the Kevin Nash situation. Remember when they fired Kevin Nash because of the whole domestic violence thing, and then they ended up bringing back his contract? Yeah. But the difference was they just suspended Nash's contract. They didn't completely fire him.
Yeah, this is true.
So yeah, never say never with WWE.
Yeah, I think Billy Gunn's gonna come back.
Yeah,
this is just too funny. We have to talk about this. It's just, you tested positive for testosterone, not training in WWE. You went to a weightlifting competition, and you thought WWE wasn't gonna find out, and they found out. So yeah, You screwed up.
You should learn a thing or two from like Barry Bonds or Mark McGuire or something.
You should.
And now moving on to the WrestleMania picture. So far, we don't even know what the main event's going to be. Like,
no clue.
We did know sort of a prediction. I mean, something that could have happened with the Shield facing each other for the title, but now that Seth Rollins is injured, everything's up in the air. We don't even know who Undertaker's going to face. I think it's going to be... I really hope it's John Cena.
Yeah, that's the report that I keep seeing is going to be Cena versus Taker.
Which makes sense, but everyone's been wanting to see this for years. And to have it Taker's last match and in the biggest WrestleMania, I mean, it only makes sense. To have two of these iconic superstars and to have an iconic match like that, it makes sense.
Does Taker lose?
That's so hard.
To Cena?
Because it's Super Cena and it's Super WrestleMania. You gotta have Super Cena win.
If he still had the streak, I'd say no.
But it's so tough to even see. Like, you could... It's not even... But you can't have it as, like, a passing of the torch because both of them are pretty much on their way out. So you can't have a pass. They already did that with Cena and Rock because Cena was still, like, in the middle of this... When Cena and Rock faced each other, that was, like... It was not Cena's prime, but, like, he was, like, basically... a little bit past the top of his prime. Like, he was, like, 60% done with his career. So that was a good passing of the torch. This is not a passing of the torch. This is two legends in the WWE facing each other in an iconic match. Two icons getting into it. This is like Rock and Hogan back in the day. This is gonna be really good.
I would rather Taker versus Sting.
Yeah, everyone wanted to see that last year, and then he ended up facing Bray Wyatt because they had Sting feud with Triple H, but it only made sense at the time because of the authority thing. But yeah, either one. You know what? I'm happy with either one.
Do you think Bray Wyatt gets a rematch against him this year?
No. I do not want to see a Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker rematch. You can't do this again, and it can't. No, I really don't think that's ever going to happen. It's like an 0.00005 chance of happening for a rematch. That's why they're getting this feud right now out of the way. But we don't even... The Rock might even... You know what? Don't count The Rock out. I know he's got a really busy movie schedule, you know, Mr. Hollywood over here. I don't count The Rock out of WrestleMania. They want to make this... Vince wants this to be the best WrestleMania of all time because it's going to shatter attendance records, and he needs to build it up really good to shatter those records.
And the plan was supposed to be possibly Rollins versus Triple H, but you obviously can't do that now, so what's Triple H going to do? Yeah,
Triple H versus The Rock. They're both in fantastic shape still. They can both put on a really good match. This has the anticipation to be a really, really good match if those two face each other at WrestleMania. That'd be I think it could be a really, really good match. And they can do a really good job with the feuding of it. Maybe like Triple H puts himself in the Royal Rumble and The Rock comes back and screws him, and then they build a feud from there or something like that.
You could even go off what they did at WrestleMania 2 years ago, or last year, was it, with Ronda Rousey?
Yep, that's true.
She got knocked the fuck out.
And even before, remember when he returned to Brooklyn, The Rock and Triple H backstage had a little moment saying that maybe they should make their own little WrestleMania moment again. So, you know, they have a lot of build-up so far to make this a really good feud. So, yeah, don't count The Rock out. And Triple H, I think, is definitely going to have a match this WrestleMania. Yeah. This is going to be the biggest WrestleMania ever, so...
It's going to be hard to top last year's.
I can't believe... Oh, man, last year's was really good. We had some expectations for 31, and we had our doubts, but it overmet expectations 31. We were so impressed with that pay-per-view.
And then the whole NWO DX
that was just such a fanboy moment, such a mark-out moment.
Especially when Kevin Nash tore his quad on the first
he
bump.
tore his quad. That just because of his history, that was the perfect thing that ever happened. Whether it was fake or not, that was awesome. Just the whole pay-per-view was amazing. Every match was fantastic. The Orton and Rollins match was really good.
Yeah, the way that match ended with the RKO when he tried to go for the curb stomp.
Oh, so good. And the way they did with the cash-in.
Yeah, Reigns nobody wanted Reigns to win.
No, everyone thought that Rollins was going to cash in. They're like, hey, when is he going to come out? Then it got to like the end of the match. Everyone's like, okay, maybe Rollins is not going to cash in. Is Reigns going to like win the title and it's going to be Roman Reigns as champion? Then he comes out and everyone's like, yes, this is the best moment ever. They wanted Rollins to win the title. It was just such a crazy... That was an ending to WrestleMania. That wasn't an ending to a regular pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That was an ending to WrestleMania. Like, that. What a way to end WrestleMania on a cash-in successful and winning the title. Like, that just... That made Seth Rollins' career take off.
Yep.
Whether like his stuff in the Shield it is one part of his career that made his career, but that right there, that moment in time, set his career off to be the top heel in the company. So I think WrestleMania so far, with all the possibility of feuds, is going to be really good. I want Kevin Owens to face someone really good. I mean, him and Neville's match on Raw, that's one of the matches of the year. 100%. Really that match was freaking so good. I couldn't believe how good that match was. That even might be my candidate for match of the year so far. Like, that match was impressive. They both pull off a lot of good moves. So I want Owens to face someone really good, too. And I want him to keep the IC title until then. Which I don't really... Then I say that, but then I'm also thinking they did a really good job with the ladder match with the IC title. So are they going to do it again this year? Or they're going to have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal again? Let's not have it in the pre-show WWE. That was freaking... How do you do that?
Because they had Big Show win it. That's why they did it in the pre-show.
Exact. But then remember the first year they did it at 30?
Yeah.
It was such a great match. And then Cesaro, like, lifting up Big Show. The whole crowd went freaking ballistic as he threw him over the top rope. So, like...
I hope they bring that match back to, like, pretty good prestige and actually have it on the main card.
They don't have this double pre-show garbage. I mean, it was so good. I mean, it was good for a pre-show match, but it was too good for a pre-show match. Like, that should have been on the main card. Like, there was a lot of good spots in that match.
I assume they're probably going to have, like, a fatal 4-way tag team match on the pre-show again for the tag titles, probably.
Yeah, I mean, you can't... It's so hard to just have a normal... Unless it's really, really good to have a 2-on-2 match for the tag titles at WrestleMania. It's going to be a turmoil.
I think it's going to be New Day, Dudley's, Usos, and whoever else.
Lucha Dragons.
There's
probably. The Ascension there. They might even have, like... It's crazy to think. It'd be insane. But to have all these teams compete in a ladder match for the tag team titles. Yeah. Just like I mean, they only had 3 teams when they did it at WrestleMania 17 with the Hardys, Dudleys, and
Edge and
Christian. So you can, or they can even do that. Just have 3 teams for the tag titles in a ladder match.
That'd be really cool.
I mean, this WrestleMania is going to be huge. I mean, not just that everything is bigger in Texas. This is going to be one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time.
Yeah.
So far it's looking to be a really good WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Hopefully they can get it figured out with the unfortunate circumstances that'll come up with Rollins. Probably to change some of the plans.
That's such a crucial injury.
Yeah. Like I said, it changed like a whole year's worth of planning.
I love his new campaign picture though. Like, he's gonna be back bigger and better than ever. Like coming back from injuries like that is insane. Like, Triple H has done it in the past. And he's come back bigger and stronger than ever. So it's good. It's good to see that Rollins has that determination to come back stronger than ever and reclaim what is his, is that WWE title. Maybe they bring him back as a face. They could easily bring him back as a face.
Especially if Rollins or Reigns or Ambrose are a heel and they bring him back to feud with them.
Yeah, they could easily do that. I kind of see that happening, actually. Just even with that promotional picture he posted on Twitter. It kind of looks like they're going to bring him back as a face, maybe.
I found it ironic, though, that Rollins is doing all this CrossFit shit to try and avoid injuries.
And then he gets a really, really bad torn ACL, MCL, and a torn meniscus in his leg. Like, insane. Oh.
Yeah, the CrossFit, man. I guess it wasn't working.
I wonder if he's going to be able to do the pedigree after that. Or he's going to be wearing special knee padding so he can produce the pedigree. Yeah. Or they're going to change his finisher again.
Can they just let him use the curb stomp
There was nothing wrong with the curb stomp. I don't understand.
God,
I know they're trying to make it PG and people because they know people are going to do wrestling moves at home and they don't want people doing that and getting the wrong impression.
From a curb stomp,
but so
still, like, you could die from any move, really.
Kids have died from normal like FUs and shit in the past, so like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so hopefully he comes back. Maybe they'll have him use the curb stomp. It'd be cool, but probably not.
I'm really, really, really hyped up for this coming WrestleMania. I know it's so far away, but so far the storylines and characters and feuds that are building up into this year's WrestleMania, into the end of the season.
I don't know. I kind of like the unknown of not really knowing exactly what's going to happen. Like, knowing who's going to win the title, because that's kind of boring. Like, I feel like...
I guess that's right. It's more predictable, and you're like, okay, you already know what's going to happen. Yeah. You're not more anticipating.
I think the unpredictability makes it exciting when things do happen.
Ironically, it's what it is now with Rollins being injured. Sorry to say, Rollins, but your injuries kind of made it better for the WWE title picture.
Yeah, because who knows how long he would have kept the title for. I mean, I heard the plans that Reigns was going to win it from him eventually, But
yeah, I read that too. It was like somewhat TLC or Royal Rumble. He's gonna win the title eventually from him. So I want to know like a full like detailed picture, and like I want to see what exactly their plans were. I wish I could read that.
Yeah, I wish you could see their creative like plan.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But so far, that's the WrestleMania picture.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the network a little bit. I bought the network last month.
Finally
got the network last month.
How long's it been?
How long's it been since The Rock whooped your ass? For me not getting the network, but I've been watching this like nonstop. Like I'll just put it on. Like I'm not even watching it. I'll be on the computer somewhere. I'll just throw on the network.
It's so good.
And then
it's honestly, I couldn't remember how long we were waiting for the network.
Yeah. We still haven't got it on demand yet, which sucks. But
we sort of have it on demand. It sucks that you have to go through. With Canadians, with our network, you have to log on to the computer. You have to log on to your WWE profile. Then you got to log on to your cable provider's profile. And you got to sign in through them just to get to the on-demand part in the computer.
Yeah, no, actually, Bell does not have on-demand service yet.
That is incredible.
How does Bell not have on-demand
And WWE I have a
service?
Local cable service, and they have on-demand service.
Like, what's it? Eastlink has it. Like, what the hell is Eastlink?
Actually, you know what's really funny? I have it on my TV. I'll have to show you later. There's a on-demand section part of Coach Go cable. When you hit it, it'll say WWE Network. When you hit it, you can access. It has the same categories as the network does on the computer, but you get less content than what the computer would give you. Like it'll say like you can look through all the WrestleManias, but then when you click the WrestleMania section, it only give you like 4 WrestleManias to watch from. But I actually have, so it's a kind of on-demand service. I'll have to show you. It's really weird, but even when we don't have the on-demand stuff, it's awesome. Yeah. It's a 24-hour network that's always on.
Like the Breaking Ground show, I have not missed an episode of that show yet. I love that show. It is phenomenal. It's basically going into the developmental, like, or the performance center and, like, talking about people trying out and, like, people that are, like, just trying to make it in the development the freaking performance center, let alone making the NXT or WWE.
That's great. Like I heard a lot of reviews for this show.
They're like showing them like doing the drills, doing all this stuff, like Albert and Regal and them like really getting on them about certain things, like being able to just roll properly or knowing how to go off the ropes properly. This is like a really good behind the scenes show, and it's showing you like how much it actually takes to become a W superstar. It's not a joke.
It's not. It's like people don't know. Like people just think like anyone can do wrestling. No, it's not. It's not easy. It's a professional sport. You can't just pick up a hockey stick and say, "Yeah, I can be in the NHL." No, it takes years of determination and training and stuff like that. That this show is exploiting for us, and it's crazy how much you go through to become a WWE superstar and what you have to get to that level. Not anyone can just do it.
They ended the first show on a cliffhanger of somebody being fired. That was crazy that I watched it. Like, they basically ended the show on the guy walking in to Mark Carano's office, I think his name is.
That is crazy.
To get fired. Like, that was the way they ended and started the second episode.
That is nuts. So getting fired from training. That's how intense it is. You get fired from training to get to a show that's not even the main show.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yep. So they take months and months and months of training to even put you on NXT, to even be a jobber on NXT. So the developmental system that WWE has built now is just incredible.
Our boy Sean Spears made it there, and he's only reached NXT. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's now called the Perfect 10.
Oh, Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger from Niagara Falls, Ontario.
No, that was funny, actually, bring him up on NXT last week. He didn't even get... He was supposed to be in an opening match with Baron Corbin, and before the match even started, Apollo Crews attacked Baron Corbin. So literally, Ty Dillinger didn't do anything.
So he got paid to go to the ring
and
look and do his entrance with the Perfect 10.
Yeah.
Show off his haircut that has the number 10 in it.
Yeah. But it's cool because some of the Breaking Ground, it must have been taped a while ago because they have some of the guys that are on NXT now from that show. So, like, the guy in the Hype Bros was Zack Ryder. What's his name?
Oh, my God. His name always escapes me. It sucks because I actually love their tag team, the Hype Bros. It makes so much sense. I
forget his name, but they were showing him, like, how he formed his character and was, like, doing they would just put a camera in front and everybody was around watching them try to do these promos. and then they were like marking them on how well that the promos were doing. And
that's so cool, man. I gotta watch this show. That sounds so interesting.
It's an hour show, and I could not turn away. Like, it was so good. I think it's the 3rd episode now.
Jeez, this is just one of the
really
great shows that they have on the network.
Another one, Table of Three is another great one.
I love Table of Three. There's a couple of those I've watched only so far, and there's a couple I've missed. But Table for Three is a great show. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's awesome. It's just 3 superstars and 3 random superstar. No script at all. They're just talking, just at a table, enjoying dinner, just talking to each other. It's awesome. It's genius.
Wrestling stories.
It's fantastic. It's awesome.
The latest one I watched was Barrett, Sheamus, and Regal, and that one was really good.
Yeah. I love the New Day one. New Day one's still my favorite.
I have not seen the New Day one.
It's so good. The New Day one is awesome. New Day is would be an awesome crowd to hang out with.
Yeah.
Because they're not even in character when they're sitting at the table of 3. They're just talking like their normal selves. I want to hang out with, especially Xavier Woods. He's the coolest one out of all 3.
Oh yeah, well, with him and his gaming channel, up, down, we got to get him in there.
Yeah, he's perfect. He's the type of guy that we are, and how it's just awesome. He'd be such a cool guy to meet.
Yeah,
I hope to meet him in the future. If there's ever like a book signing or something near us that we can meet them, I really want to meet them.
Woods is the man. The New Day, they just look like they're having a good time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they're embracing the New Day. You know what I mean?
They're embracing. They take the hate and they make it funny. Yeah. Like, it's awesome. They did a really good job. When they first came out, when they first started New Day, they sucked. When they came out as faces,
you hated them so much.
They had no charisma, no nothing. They were boring.
Because they were a face tag team, and it was like...
And they revamped... They revamped them really good.
But I give credit to all 3 of them for making the best out of a crappy gimmick and crappy situation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was definitely... I give them most props than the creative team, because they have to be the ones to do it, and they did such a good job with doing it.
They've really taken it and ran with this crappy gimmick that everybody thought was never going to work.
Yeah, but the network, insane. Like, I love when they do Thursdays. It's Throwback Thursdays on WWE Network. If you watch it, it's just they always play old stuff. They'll play like old Nitro stuff. They'll play old Raw stuff. It's all old stuff, like old documentaries and old matches and old episodes of Raw. And it's awesome. It always has a theme to it on Throwback Thursdays. Like, if there's a pay-per-view that week, like say this Thursday, it's all going to be throwback episodes of Survivor Series.
Yep.
It's awesome,
and it's worth $11.99 just to see NXT and the pay-per-views.
100%. We get every single pay-per-view for $11.99 a month, and if you add up 11 in a year, it's still cheaper than if you would buy pay-per-views individual for $60 a month.
Oh yeah,
it's nuts. And for Canadians, it's $80 a month now. It's incredible how much pay-per-views are now.
Yeah,
but
luckily I don't watch boxing.
Yeah, not shitty sport. But the network is just incredible.
Like every time I put it
on the network,
every time I put it on, like it's always
there's nothing bad
on.
There's like you have the countdown, you have WWE list, you have Swerve, everything, man. You have the Beyond the Ring, Beyond the Ring, Austin's podcast, the Beyond the Ring documentaries are the best. Oh my god, it's all like the documentary DVDs that people have, and it's just called Beyond the Ring. And it's incredible. I love the Randy Orton one. That was my favorite. Like, knowing his story and where he's come from is incredible, and how Randy Orton battled depression and all that stuff. It brought me more respect to Randy Orton than I already knew about him.
Yeah, I love these shows that actually show, like, the person who they are.
Yeah.
And that actually, like, we get to know them, not just on their character.
Not just their character, their real life and where they've come from, and
I love
what they've sacrificed to come here and do and be the character they are for us.
Like, this real life stuff, people say WWE isn't real, and then... they realize that
they don't know.
This shit is real.
Yeah. I just shake my head to those people.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yep. But network, definitely worth it, and I'm glad I have it now. Maybe it's bad because I'm not doing anything besides watching the network.
It's incredible. The network is definitely a worth. If you're Canadian, you haven't bought it yet, I highly suggest you get the WWE Network. It is 100% worth it. 1,000%. 1,000%.
It's better than perfect.
It's better than perfect, as Curtis Axel's shirt would say. It's better than perfect.
Yeah.
But moving on, guys. We have a live event coming back towards us again. Again, we haven't missed a live event near us since. This one is at the really weird date. It's December 30th.
Day before New Year's.
Day before New Year's Eve. But this live event, holy crap, it's in Toronto. And oh my god. It's got a sick roster so far. So what we have listed so far for the live event is we have John Cena, Kevin Owens, Your boy, Alberto Del Rio.
Yep, can't wait for that.
Ryback. I can't wait for Ryback.
Oh, yeah.
Did I just say that?
Mr. Back.
Mr. Back's going to be there. Dean Ambrose. Braun Strowman, which is weird because no one else of the Wyatt family is advertised but Braun Strowman. So I don't know what the hell is going on there. Yeah. So maybe we still got to wait for that.
Just gonna squash
but
somebody.
it is subject to change people there. So we have Charlotte and then the Usos.
And Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella has been taken off.
Oh, really?
I just checked today. She's not there anymore. And I'm guessing
God.
that's what's Braun Strowman. Because I didn't see Braun Strowman last time I looked.
Oh.
I don't know why she would get replaced with Braun Strowman. But anyways, so far this live event's turned up to be pretty good. Who knows? Chris Jericho always shows up in the ones in Toronto. So he'll probably be there. Maybe he's facing Braun Strowman.
Depends on if Ambrose is going to be heel or face. You never know.
Ambrose is there. But so far, it
looks like a good live event.
I think we're going to have to attend.
Yeah.
I was skeptical of this one, and it's Ricoh Coliseum, the worst arena to watch something in. I didn't believe Corporate Cappy over here last time he told me when I first went to Ricoh Coliseum. I didn't believe him. It was really bad seating, and oh my god, this is the worst arena to watch anything in. The seating is terrible in that arena.
It's so old.
Were they blind when they were putting the seating in that arena? Were they blindfolded and said, okay, we're going to put this in here? It's terrible. It's garbage seating. But whatever, I will sacrifice bad seating to watch a live event of this magnitude.
Yeah.
For sure. And if Charlotte's still Divas Champion, we're going to see the Divas Champion. We see John Cena. I mean, he's a huge draw for this. My boy Kevin Owens, I got to go. Your boy ADR, like, we have to go to this.
Yeah.
Like, there's no questions asked. I don't care where the hell we sit. We'll sit in the way from the back. I'll watch it.
Yeah. I mean, there's one in Baltimore going on at the same night. I mean, they have a pretty good roster, too, but... Oh, well.
Nah. There always seems, every time there's a Canadian one, there's always one in another city, and they always seem to have a slightly better roster.
Yeah, especially Hamilton. Hamilton gets hosed all the time.
Yeah, Hamilton gets hosed, but remember the last time we went to Hamilton, we thought it was going to be really bad. It ended up being really good.
Yeah.
So
no, the one we didn't go because we thought it was going to be garbage. And that was really good because it ended up being a lot of NXT guys.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, that's a really short roster, so there'll probably be better superstars added going up to it. So. Who knows? We'll see. Can you imagine Brock Lesnar? He has never been up to Canada. They could easily build this as Brock Lesnar's first time to Canada in a long time.
Brock Lesnar's Go to Hell Canada tour.
Go to Hell Canada tour. The F5 Tornado Canada tour.
Can't wait for John Cena to get booed again so I can boo him.
Oh my god. But I'm really looking forward to this Toronto live event. The live events up here in Canada are really done well. All the ones we've been to. I've had no critiques about any of them. I mean, there is the slow matches,
Yeah, but I mean, you're going to have that in every...
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like,
it's for the kids, right? They do shit like...
You got to have, like, one bad match.
Like the last time we saw Tyler Breeze, he kept going up to the turnbuckle and lying down, playing like a really bad heel.
Oh, don't forget about your boys Los Matadores.
Oh, my God. Los Mataderables. My God, they're so
Apparently
bad.
They're getting repackaged, thank God.
Thank God. These guys are the worst tag... These are down in history, for sure. I don't care. Number one worst tag team of all time, Los Matadores. That is so bad. As an actual tag team. Not like two single superstars formed just for a match.
Not Ryback. This is like...
No, this is the worst tag team of all time. The Los Matadores. It is so bad. I hate it. I can't stand them. They just need to get repackaged as Epico and Primo and come back as that. There's no problem with that. They had Rosa Mendez as their manager. There was no problem with that. I had no problem.
It was pretty bad when the Bull was the only one that got a reaction.
It's because the kids. That's the only reason why they brought him back. And when they feud with Hornswoggle and 3MB, that was just so
that was
terrible.
your favorite feud of all time.
Oh, that was the worst feud of all time.
But yeah, hopefully this Toronto live event will be good. We got to go, no matter how bad Ricoh Coliseum seating is.
Yeah. We just got to sacrifice it and just watch it.
Yep.
For the love of wrestling, we have to watch it.
Yep.
Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for our podcast. It's been a long podcast this week, but we have a lot to talk about. So
we're going to end it on since 25 years of the anniversary.
Oh, yes, that's right.
25th anniversary.
How do I forget about The Undertaker? He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
So we're going to quickly go over our favorite Undertaker moments since the 25th anniversary of The Undertaker. So
God, the only thing that comes to mind with me is I loved the feud with Kane in 2003 when he got buried alive. And then the build-up to WrestleMania 20 was insane.
And he didn't come back until WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, that build-up was amazing. Every week Kane coming out and his pyro not working because of Undertaker, and then the promo packages, the burning symbols, the rain, the ring shaking, you had the thunder hitting the light. You had everything play. in this feud, and it was just so good. I remember watching it and going like, oh my god, I can't wait to watch Raw next week to see what the next promo is or what Undertaker's going to do to Kane. This was so well done, and the way they kept Undertaker off TV until WrestleMania 20. They had him come back with Paul Bearer and the Druids and everything. That was one of my favorite moments of Undertaker's 25-year career. Hands down. Phenomenal.
I really like the part where they kept him off TV the whole time until WrestleMania.
To make it look like he was buried alive and he was going to come back from the dead on the day of WrestleMania. Like they did such a good job with the storyline with that. I mean, that was great WWE storyline right there. But that was one of my favorite moments right there.
I thought another one would have been Michaels versus Taker.
Oh my god, that was pretty good. Holy crap. They put on both WrestleManias were WrestleMania 25 and 26. Those were one of the greatest Undertaker matches of all time. Even I put them down in the greatest matches of all time. Yeah. Those matches were epic. I love 25 though. 25 was my favorite.
Yeah.
Like the moonsault into the tombstone was crazy, and he kicked out.
Yep.
Like that was nuts.
Taker's face when Michaels.
Taker's face. Oh my god.
Taker makes the best faces.
He makes the best face when anyone kicks out of the tombstone. Like his life just ended, or it's just nuts.
Yeah. Or 27, the whole sweet chin music into the pedigree. I thought that was the end of the streak. That was crazy.
That 28. Sorry, 28. That was crazy. That was DX finishing move. The move,
like, those are two super finishers, and you kick out of
and you kicked out of it, and Shawn Michaels' reaction to that was just like he was about to throw up. Like he couldn't believe he just watched Undertaker kick out. That was such a good sell by Michaels. Michaels is the best seller no matter what, but that was awesome. The crowd could not believe. Crowd thought it was over. That was so far into the match that could have been the end of the match.
That was insane.
Like if that ended the streak, I don't think anyone would be mad. People would be less mad than they were at Brock Lesnar beating the streak if that happened, because that was such an epic moment in time. Like people would have been fucking going ballistic happily that the streak ended like that.
Yeah, like there was a way to end that, and then them leaving together.
They called it an end of an era match. It would have made sense.
Yeah,
you had Undertaker wrestle since then. How did you call end of an era? Triple H and Undertaker have wrestled since then.
I guess because Michaels retired, but
yeah.
And then they all three of them on the ramp they hugged each other.
Basically like a curtain call.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But my favorite moment is definitely Judgment Day 2000, where he came back as Biker Taker.
Oh my god!
To face he was I think it was The Rock versus Triple H. I think it was a 30-minute Iron Man or it was an Iron Man match, I believe.
Yep. Yeah.
And Triple H was up by whatever, and then the Corporation came out, and then DX came out to try and just beat the shit out of The Rock, and all of a sudden Biker Taker comes out, and he just comes out in this
whoops everybody's ass.
Oh my god, JR's commentary on that was just phenomenal. Just saying, "Oh my god, it's Carnage," and then just him just not tombstoning, choke slamming, and just kicking the shit out of everybody. And then the ending of the match ended up being because Michaels was the guest referee, and he ended up disqualifying The Rock because the Undertaker tombstone Triple H with 1 second left on the clock.
Yeah, so then that's a DQ.
Yeah, but it was just crazy the way he came back in the crowd. It was the best crowd
because he came back from Ministry Undertaker to that. Yeah, it's a huge gimmick change.
Yeah,
in Undertaker because he was the dead man for years up until that point. And he all of a sudden comes back as a biker gimmick.
Yeah, and he came after McMahon, and JR's he's coming for McMahon.
Yeah,
you gotta believe
going against the authority. Back then, during that Attitude Era, that was the thing to do was go against the authority.
The corporation.
The corporation. Yeah, just go against corporation, and when Austin did it, built him up really good. Now they made Taker do it, built him up even better.
The reaction Taker got, not even being the dead man anymore. I don't think there's a guy in the industry that has been able to go from repackaging himself and have it work out as well as Taker did, going from the Ministry Taker to Biker Taker back to Dead Man Taker. It's just nuts. And it hasn't hurt his character at all.
No, he's one of the greatest superstars of all time, if not the greatest superstar of all time.
I don't think anybody else besides Mark Calloway could have pulled that gimmick and that character off. I mean, I've heard Triple H and Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels say that all. That it's Taker that's
he was the perfect fit for that character. It was awesome ever since his debut. He was crazy.
Yeah. So I'm hoping since the 25th anniversary that he goes out on top here.
Yeah.
Kane. Yeah, if Braun Strowman beats Undertaker, then obviously
I can't see it happening, man. The Brothers of Destruction coming back for the last time and teaming up with each other. They have to go out on top.
I feel like they're gonna hand Strowman their first loss with a double choke slam or a double tombstone.
I see.
Or something like that.
Get the crowd going for that. Maybe I can't see them losing. I can't see them losing. But Undertaker, man, 25 years. It's nuts. If this is going towards is good, I'm happy with it.
He's done really well. I mean, look at how good of shape he's in that you always say.
Yeah, he's like 50 years old. He's like in the same shape he was like 20 years ago. Like it's nuts.
Yep.
So
we'll have to see what this is. I'm really looking forward to the Survivor Series, basically because I just want to see who turns heel.
Yeah.
But I'm also looking forward to the Undertaker match, and I want to see what kind of crappy ass Survivor Series match that they end up putting together. Really Hopefully it's not bad.
I really don't want it to be the pre-show. If they make it the pre-show, I'll be very, very disappointed.
Yeah. And the whole Paige Charlotte thing, hopefully it turns out better than their main eventing Raw with the terrible contract signing.
For sure. Which I think my girl Paige is going to win, but that's just me.
We'll see.
But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for our podcast. We'll try to get a Survivor Series review in and our thoughts after that pay-per-view. As always, I am your host, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, with the co-host, Corporate Cappy.
You're worse than the world's greatest tag team with the self-proclaimed thing.
Well, okay, whatever. But again, without no self-fill, selling again. As always.
As Xavier Woods would say, always keep it tight.
Always keep it tight. And if we have to leave you guys off on a note, when life gives you booty, make booty aid.